Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about the Heisman Trophy favorites. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? When Rob does this means you have to subscribe. And when you do, please hit
That's
the
right.
notification bell so you get notified of our next videos. So, Rob, we're about 10 games in. I don't think it's too early to talk about the Heisman favorites. You got a report for us?
Yeah, the Vegas odds came out on Sunday, the 17th, and we got about 5 players that are ranked there. Yeah, so we got, of course, Travis Hunter out of Colorado, wide receiver, DB. He's leading the pack with he's a minus 330. Ashton Gentry, the running back out of Boise State, is a plus 350. Cameron Ward, a quarterback from Miami, he's a plus 14. And Dylan Gabriel, a quarterback out of Oregon, is 2,500. And Curtis Rourke, quarterback for Indiana, he's plus 300. 3,000,
Right.
sorry, 3,000. But I think the top three, definitely are Hunter, Gentry, and Ward. Those are the only ones that really matter, actually.
If Travis Hunter doesn't get injured, he's going to win the award. He'd have to
He
really
should.
fall apart. The only
He
time he
should.
wasn't the favorite is he was injured like 2 weeks in a row. Like he missed like second half of one game, actually second half of 2 games in a row because they rested him after his only time his chances went down, and then he came back. He had great interception and great catches and stuff. So now he's back up in the lead. I'd like to see him win it. I think he's the best player in the country, and I think he's like we used this term the other day, generational talent. He looks like he's going to be generational talent, and if he continues to go the way he is and doesn't become injury prone, so hopefully
let's go with the stat. Let's go with Let's go with the stats. With the stats with him first. With him, so far, he's got 74 receptions, 911 yards, 9 touchdowns for an average of like 12.3, I guess, yards. But see, that's only for offense. They're not even including what he does on defense.
Right. Yeah, well, he's the best cornerback in the country, as far as I can tell, as far as people think.
Right.
He's only been scored on once in a touchdown. That was last game. That was the first time he was scored on, and he was right there in the play.
But his interceptions are off. His interceptions are off his man. He sees the ball on the other person, like, oh, I'll go over and help defend the other person. I'm like, oh.
That might have been the best interception I've ever seen in my life. Was the one he had about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He came off his man and went back and jumped in front of the guy in front of him, and it was amazing. I was in a trance after I saw the play.
It was crazy.
He did that last year. He did game 1. That's how he became a big name in the game 1 of Colorado, and he did that near the goal line where he did a diving interception that people said, "Whoa!" So he had one last game, but it was called back because there was an offside play. And he was really high up in the air. And it was a great interception. It was probably the 3rd best interception he's had, but that didn't count. But he is the best player in the country now.
The running back, Ashton Gentry, he's got 256 carries for over. He'll definitely break 2,000 yards. He's got 100.
How many yards? How many yards per?
He's got 1,893 yards right now. 26 touchdowns. His average is like 7.4.
7 yards per carry. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like if you don't have to be a math person. Okay, if I hand the ball to him, there's 7 yards on the first down. That means I only have 3 yards for a second down. That's amazing.
Okay, what about Cam Ward? What are his stats?
Cam Ward out of Miami, the quarterback Miami. I like him. I really like the way he plays. He's a very cool. I don't know if you've seen any of his games. He's definitely a first rounder.
And they've only lost one.
He has over 3,494 yards in passing, 32 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, and he's ranked number 1 in the quarterback, 89.3. He's first.
Right, and they've only lost one game. And how many? Boise State's only lost one game. Colorado's lost 2 games, but if they win out, they're going to be in the playoff. So they're going to be a dangerous team, I think. They first have to win out. Their only weakness is their offensive line. Their offensive line isn't that strong, and Shador Sanders is always running around making plays. But if their offensive line was stronger, they might have won another game or two. So yeah.
Right.
So we'll see. I don't think they're a threat to win the national championship, but they're a threat to make some damage in that.
Well, that's with me. Real quick on that, on the playoffs, Mark. It's so depending on the positioning how you want to be in those playoffs.
So it's going to be the highest rated conference winners, 5 of them, and then 7 wild cards. That's what's going to be.
Right.
So, anyways, so hopefully Colorado will get in because it'll be more exciting if Travis Hunter's playing and Shador Sanders is playing. So we'll see what happens. And hopefully actually all the Heisman favorites get in. Right now they are favored to get in.
Yeah, all three look like pretty solid to get in there.
Dylan Gabriel, of course, is going to make it because they're 11-0 Oregon. So he'll be in the tournament. So it's going to be nice to see the Heisman, even though the voting takes place before the tournament. It'd be nice to see the Heisman candidates all playing in the tournament. So we'll find out what happens pretty soon. All right, let's know what you think. Who do you think should win the Heisman? Do you think Travis Hunter is a generational talent? Do you think he should win it as long as he remains healthy for the rest of the year? Or do you like some of the other candidates that Rob mentioned? So we'll see. Rob, who would you vote for?
Oh, it's definitely Hunter, of course. Travis Hunter.
He's playing like 30 snaps on each side of the ball.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the best cornerback in the country and probably one of the top 5 receivers in the country.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty great combination.
But I do like the running back. I do like the running back out of Boise State. He's really good. I do like Ashton Gentry. He's I've seen some of the games. I've actually stayed up and watched some of the games, and I mean, they just hand the ball off to him. He just takes off, and it's like, man against boys. He's a great runner.
All right, Boise State's ranked number 12th right now. So right now they would theoretically make the playoffs unless they get bumped because a number one a team that's ranked and won the conference, it bumps them because not all 12 might make it. There could be a team that wasn't ranked in the top 12 that won their conference that gets in because it's the top 5 conference winner. So your 12th seed is not necessarily a shoe-in to get in. 11th is pretty much you're going to get in because there's not going to be 2 of those conference winners that aren't ranked in the top 12. There may be
Alabama might be in the outside looking in there.
Yeah. Well, that's roving reporter Rob Glover. He's got the Heisman favorites. And we're looking forward to the tournament, and I'm looking forward to the Heisman voting. Let's see what's happened. I'd like to see
real quick question.
The Heisman, Rob.
Yeah, real quick. Do you like the format, or you think it should be down to 8 teams?
I was fine with 8. I thought we should have had 8 since the 1950s, and I think we've been screwed over a lot of great college playoff games because they were obsessed with bowl games and stuff like that and bowl rights, and we missed out on a lot of great college football games by not having an 18 tournament since the 1950s before we were born. So yeah, I was fine with 8, but it's not going to be the end of the world. There's 12, So we'll just have to see. I hope they just don't keep expanding it.
No, like the college basketball, that's too much.
I just don't think if you're not ranked in the top 8, your chances of you winning are almost nil. You got to win 3 straight.
Yeah,
you got to win 4 straight the way it is now, because you're not going to get a bye because you're not. If I'm talking about teams that aren't ranked in the top 4, so.
All those games are going to be away games. You're not going to have a home game. You're going to be playing away.
All right. So we'll see what happens. All right. Looking forward to it. All right. College football season seems pretty close this year. I don't think there's any definite dominant team, even though, Oregon's undefeated. They haven't been dominant. So we'll see what happens.
My sleeper team is Indiana. We'll see. They play Ohio State Saturday. We'll see if they can beat Ohio State. Watch out for Indiana.
Well, let's see. What are they seeded now? Indiana. They're seeded 5th. So they're going to go up to 2nd, Rob, if they win, I think.
Yeah.
If they beat Ohio State, they're going to go to 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that would definitely give them a bye the first round. All right, cool. All right, looking forward to it. All right, thanks, Rob, for the report. And listen, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, what are you waiting for? You get great things like this with Rob giving you factual information. And please subscribe to our channel when you do. And when you subscribe to our channel, please hit the notification bell when you do. If you like this video, hit the like button. And join us for our live show. Rob and I will both be there Monday night. It's every Monday, 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays. And if you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super things down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.